Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are all doing well. It's so good to be back. I know you guys might have noticed I have not been on or making any videos lately. In fact, I've actually made so many videos, I just haven't really edited and uploaded, but you might have seen I haven't uploaded a video in a really long time. What went from taking like a couple weeks off turned into a couple months off, and then slowly the holidays happened and life happened, and I just was really enjoying life in Portugal, and I was traveling a lot. So now I am back. Thank you guys for tuning in again. You might have noticed there's a little bit something different with my background. During the time that I was out, I actually purchased this apartment. And I have been actually looking for an apartment to purchase for a while since I moved to Portugal, because one, I have family that comes into town and it's kind of nice for them to have their own space. And two, so many of you guys have reached out telling me about your scouting experiences, or now you're looking into the Silver Coast area and wanting a place to stay. And I figured I wanted to help you guys with your search in college. I know for myself, when I'm looking at short-term rentals, finding a specific area in Portugal, I have no idea where to even begin. Someone might tell me, okay, move to Caldas, and you're like, but where should I stay? Like, what's a good area? What's not a good area? Mind you, there's not a bad area to Caldas, but what is the most optimal area so I can maximize my scouting experience? Because the worst thing you want to do is find a place that you don't have parking, or you don't have public transportation, or you don't know where to go, or blah, blah, blah. So I wanted to find an apartment that was best suited for my viewers, as well as my family, as well as myself. And I stumbled upon this apartment, which I'm so lucky because I have been searching for since I pretty much moved here. And yeah, I wanted to share it with you guys so that you guys can see how my apartment is. And also I want to show you around the area so you have a better idea of where this apartment is located. Anyway, so let's get started. So we're gonna get started right in the family room / dining room area. Here's a dining room table that seats 4 people, but actually can extend out to a 5th. But really this apartment is perfect for 4 people. And then over here we have our living room area. So this sofa is actually a pull-out bed too. So in case you want to sleep out in the living room area, you can. And we have a TV and a nice terrace. I love it because it's nice and cozy. We do have a terrace right outside. You might be wondering, Josie, you have 2 doors. What is the entrance and what is not the entrance? They're actually both entrances, funny enough. So someone had told me, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong. So this one here is the main entrance that actually goes into the living room area. And this is also an entrance here. But back in the day in the 50s, because this building was built in the 50s, there was actually a wall that separated this living room and that dining room area. And this used to be the office of the person that lived here. So I guess back in the day, people used to have offices that were conjoined with their apartment. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what someone told me. So I thought that kind of made sense because previously there was a wall here and then they took it down. Now we're gonna go down the hallway. So mind you, this is the entrance over here. And this is the guest bedroom, or the second bedroom. So we have 2 twin-size beds, and actually this bed can come together to have one huge king-size bed, or I guess an American-size king-size bed. And then over here we have 2 identical open closets, which I actually prefer because whenever I travel, I actually am horrible at packing or unpacking from my suitcases because I don't like closing. I don't like closets that close, to be honest. I like to line things up, hang it up here, and just see what I'm about to get. So I actually took some time to find something like this because I wanted to have like either your sweaters here, hanging stuff here, and then you can put your shoes on the bottom side too. So I actually really like this a lot. So we're in the hallway area, and if you know me, I love plants and everything like that. So I absolutely adore these pictures. I had to turn the light on so you can see at night, it's so pretty. Maybe it's just me. Let me know if you like it too. So going down the hall, we do have our bathroom, our full bathroom. what I love about this bathroom is how huge this window is. You know, it can get really steamy and air vents aren't really a big thing. So I love being able to open this up. And I know you're probably thinking, Josie, I'm taking a shower. I don't want people looking in. I got you. Don't worry. It's frosted. You can't see anything out. And I have to turn the light on so I can show you. In case you are American like me and you have no idea how this all works, if you turn the handle down, it closes. If you turn it horizontal, it opens. Okay, opens fully. If you turn it upwards and tilt it, now it tilts and doesn't open. So when you're taking a shower, you can just tilt it and let the air out and all that good stuff. Now across from the bathroom is the kitchen area. And I love this kitchen so much. It's huge. I love this little outdoor, indoor terrace, like eating area. Sorry for my mop over there. I'm gonna put that away soon. And I love this huge window. I mean, this window is massive. It's probably my height if I were to stand up next to it. And if you open it, it gives a really nice breeze. It lets a nice breeze in. Lastly is the master bedroom. Master bedroom, we have kind of like a walk-in closet slash office area. We have this wardrobe here that's enclosed and open. So if you're like me, again, you can keep it open and just leave it like that. Then we have our desk that's right next door. Now you're probably wondering, Josie, why'd you choose that apartment? And what's so great about that location and all that stuff? Let me tell you, in under a minute, more like seconds, you're in this square. Let me show you. So within seconds, you're in this area, which I kind of call Bank Square. But here we have a playground, an open playground that's probably geared more for older kids. Then we have all the banks that you can think of, plus insurance, and so we have Millennium over there. We also have Century 21, well, not a bank, but a real estate company. We have Ponto Credito, Bank Inter. No, I didn't buy this place because there are a bunch of banks here. I bought it because of the proximity to everything, and you're in somewhat of a more residential area. I stayed in an Airbnb, another Airbnb in Caldas. It was right outside the Praça da Fruta, and I'll tell you one thing that people don't tell you. They set up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. It was so loud and I couldn't sleep. So I knew I wanted to get an apartment that was in the city, but not super close to the fruit market, because it does get really loud and you always get fruit flies everywhere. I don't know, probably because of fruits. Anyway, so I just love this outdoor area. I love this cafe here, which is one of my favorite cafes to drink at when my kids are playing. Also, right over there is the Spar grocery store, some more banks and more banks. And the biggest thing for me, especially if I'm a scouting family, I want a few things, and maybe you guys are different, but I'm just gonna say for myself, I want something that is accessible to everything. I can walk there, there's parking, the grocery stores and bakeries and restaurants are all within a few minute walk distance. There's a playground and public transportation. So that's a few things I kept in mind when I was trying to find the ideal location. So less than 30 seconds away, let me show you what we have here. Here is the train station, a few restaurants and banks, and what else do we have? Other places. It's just a big open area. All right, so a 1 minute walk away, you can go down this road, and this takes you right down to the Praça da Fruta, which is probably no more than a 5 minute walk, probably more like a 3 minute walk. So you can walk down that way and that will get you everywhere. Or you can go down this way and this will take you to the camera and all the paperwork, legal work, all that stuff that you need. I'll show you over there too. So here is the courthouse, the camera and the financiers, and then over here is the church. And if you go down that way, you'll end up pretty much where I showed you with the first road that takes you to the Praça da Fruta. Of course, restaurants and other banks. And there you have it. That was my apartment and the surrounding areas. And like typical questions that people ask me. Is there parking? So yes, there are a couple different options for parking. We have free parking and we have paid parking. So the free parking, there is one right across from the train station, which as you saw was probably a minute or two away. That one does get busier throughout the day. So I know I can always find parking like really early in the morning, around 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning, and then really late as well. So I'm pretty sure that a lot of people that park there are usually using the train and or maybe locals that are just wanting to park there. So you can find parking there. There is also free parking by the police station, which is probably like a no more than a 7 minute walk, I would say. So there's always free parking there. And then we do have paid parking. So I usually park, well, not usually, but if I know I'm gonna be in the city for maybe an hour or two, I'll park right in the garage, which is the Praça 25 Abril, which is right in front of the camera. So like I showed you in the video, it was like a minute or two walk away. And there is parking, underground parking. It's free for the first hour. After that, it's about 20 seconds or 20 cents per 15 minutes, I wanna say, because I was there for like an hour and a half today, maybe a little more than an hour and a half, and I paid 40 cents. So to give you an idea, it's not overly expensive, but if you are planning on using it for multiple nights, it can add up. It just depends on how much you want to pay comfortably. But that probably is the closest one that you will probably likely find parking. Otherwise, you do have street parking, which is free. And then there is another underground garage, which is next to the Praça da Fruta, or nearby, it's on the other side. So there are quite a few different options. The grocery store, like I showed you, there's a Spar grocery store. There are a couple local mom and pops within like a minute or two walk. You have Pingo Dos, which is probably like a 3-4 minute walk away. Which is a little bit bigger. I don't know if it's bigger than the Spar, but it's equally as big, I would say. Of course, you have the Praça da Fruta, like the fruit market there, and then you have a lot of butchers and bakeries nearby to collect other stuff. If you're looking for a larger grocery store, you do have Lidl, which is probably maybe a 10-15 minute walk. And you have Constant and all that stuff. And the mall and the Dom Carlos Park is probably a 7-10 minute walk away. So everything, I would say, it's roughly within a 10 to 15 minute walk. You have the public transportation of the train station, you have taxis, and then you do have the local Toma, which is like the city bus, and then you do have the Redispressão. Whatever that's called. I can't think of it at the top of my mind. That's the nationwide bus that can take you everywhere, even to Algarve, to Porto, anywhere within Portugal, you can take that bus. You can even take it to Foz do Elo, so like a 15-minute drive away. You could hop on that bus and it'll take you there. So essentially you could, if you have a rental car, you can park it and you can take the bus everywhere, or you can drive around with your rental car, or you don't even need a rental car. You can take the bus from, I don't think there's a direct bus that takes you from the airport to here. You have to go on the metro to a bus stop and then takes you over here. But overall, it's not a really hard thing to maneuver around and to figure out. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'm so happy to be back. And yeah, anyway, if you're interested in renting my place, I'll leave my link below so you can check it out. And I will talk to you soon. Ciao!